Next up, we're going to discuss project validation. The number one problem with early stage companies and startups, Web 2 and Web 3 alike, is that they are not addressing a real problem that real people have. You cannot give people vitamins. They want painkillers for real problems. This would be a whole course in itself. So what I'm going to do is direct you to these books, these resources. I really recommend, if you're short on time, just checking the second one or this third one here. They will help you with every step that you need to validate that you're building something that people are either willing to spend real money on or spend their time on with your product, with your app, with your project. So once you have an initial batch of users, if you're pre-product, they're either very interested in your product, or if you already have a product, they're using your product actively or ready to talk about your key validation steps. Number one is assembling a group of trusted advisors. And this is before launch, all of this. You want to get in touch with some advisors who can really help you with your project. And this is just an example with Ghost, who I've gotten to know before the project launch, reaching out, getting in touch with him. And if you can read this, note that I include some metrics to show that there is some validation behind my project. Whenever you reach out to anyone, Believe Capital included, it's a lot better to say, hey, I have X amount of users or X amount of revenue for what I'm building. It's a lot better to say that than something like, I'm working on an idea. Because anyone can be working on an idea, right? However, if you have an app, if you have a product, or if you have people committed to using what you're building, that's a lot stronger. And that's true for any investor, for any advisor, by the way. Make sure at least one advisor is a Web3 native. And it's very crucial that you pick someone you know well, is knowledgeable, and is known in the space to genuinely support projects. The quality of your advice is only as good as the person you're getting the advice from. You also don't need a baker's dozen of people on an advisory board. You just need a choice one or two or maybe three people advising you in your project, especially when you're getting started. All right, if you hit 50, 100 million market cap, different story. Once a project hits that benchmark, we'll need to expand this course. And we're thinking that will happen at some point in the future, by the way. Establish product founder fit. Be ready to articulate why you are the person uniquely positioned to build your solution out. Why are you the gal? Why are you the guy to do this? So founder background here is extremely important with knowledgeable investors. You can see here Alex Finn, a prolific poster on X. He posts 10 to 20 times a day, every day on X. He didn't like his current AI solution to create and copy edit his tweets, so he built a custom AI that does. This makes him uniquely qualified to build out a solution. So think about something like that for yourself. And this is your homework. If you haven't already introduced yourself on X and why you're uniquely positioned to solve your own problem, go ahead and do that now. Go ahead and post something, update your bio. If you have decades of experience, if you've worked at notable companies, all of this should be leveraged to give you expertise and credibility when you do launch. So once you've done this and gotten that out of the way, I'll see you in the next course module.